came from Spain right to Dublin 2 years ago, and a software developer. I was working in two companies in Spain. The first one was a really cool company where we was developing a Facebook application. The next project was a CMS doing with for the European Union, for a project for the European Union. The code smell is these small things that indicate you that you need change something in your code, or you need maybe modify something because you are doing something wrong. In your code, you identify the code smell, you are identifying potential errors in your code. So maybe at this point, when you discover this smell is not a big issue, but in the future maybe it's an issue. So you just need to keep in mind this smell and open a discussion to see if you can use a refactor and you can find an improvement with this refactor. It's very difficult to know because at the beginning you need to develop code that works, but after you need to think about if your code in a good condition to be modified, is easy to modify, is easy to understand. If you think this is not easy to understand, so maybe you need to start to refactor, and you can feel this improvement maybe in the future, maybe not now. But you need always start to spend some time in pay this technical debt. It's never a good moment to tell to your boss that you need to spend some time, because the time that you are spending in refactoring their code is time that you don't develop new features. But you need also see the future. You need to look up at your code, and you need decide if your code will be modified in the future. So maybe it's a good moment to modify this code. If you create something that is good enough but you never going to modify before, maybe it's good if you leave like that. But if it's something that you're going to back all the time, maybe it's there when you need spend more time. I think that the line is not very easy at this point. You can figure out how much time you can spend on refactor, but I think that when you find that the code is good enough, I think it's a good point to continue. You always can refactor more and more and more, but you need to say that okay, this is enough. This code is enough. Don't have a number of lines. Don't have a number of tests that you need to run. It's just your experience. You need to see that okay, I think here we are done. The first thing is very important to code reviews, to explain to your colleagues that this code is not good, because here, and maybe he didn't see in this moment, but here you see this smell. So you can teach him what is the problem that you can have with this piece of code. And after each 2 weeks or each a month, it's good to have a meeting to learn from each other what the other person does and what they learn, and share this knowledge. I think one of the key points is open a discussion. Open a discussion about what we are doing. This is solve the problem that we want to solve. This, for example, in terms of the code, this code is good. We can improve. We're going to have some improvement if we modify this. But the basic thing is communication. So to talk with your colleagues and try to have a code that is open for your colleagues.